And now we have a resolution in honor of the Fraternal Order of Police, and that will be presented by Mayor McCarthy.
For those of you that don't know Sergeant Foti, he guards the courts here, and his enthusiasm and just overall excitement about life is just one of those great things that we have in this community. And he's run a program in the summer here, some softball games, and as our baseball season is coming to a close this year, we're starting to lay the groundwork for next year's event, which will be bigger and better. But I wanted to just start it off with a proclamation. Whereas Sergeant Christopher Foti of the New York State Courts, who has been supervising Schenectady Civil Courts and City Hall since 2007, for the past 5 years has run a charity softball tournament in our city's Central Park. And whereas this tournament has benefited the Fraternal Order of Police, Lodge number 35, as well as the various local charities such as Hope for Vision in 2008 and 2009 to help a local boy who is losing his sight, Schenectady Inner City Ministries in 2010, whose programs help feed hundreds of local children each summer, and Things of My Very Own in 2011 and 2012, a program that transitionally aids thousands of local children each year. And whereas this year's event featured teams from the New York State Courts, the Schenectady Police Department, the Rotterdam Police Department, the Colony Police Department, the Schenectady Fire Department, the Public Defender's Office, the DiLorenzo Law Firm, and the City Hall Trashers. These teams together helped raise a 5-year total of just under $12,000. And whereas the City of Schenectady served as host of the Fraternal Order of Police softball tournament since 2008 and have proudly sent their representatives, the City Hall Trashers, this group of men, comprised of city workers and their families, came together to represent the city and have won the championship in 2008, 2010, and again this year in 2012. If any council members would like to sign up, you can still do it. They represent all city employees with their ideals and belief in participating in charity events and doing so with integrity. Now therefore, I, Gary McCarthy, Mayor of the City of Schenectady, do hereby proclaim the third week in August of 2013 as Fraternal Order of Police Softball Tournament Week in the City of Schenectady, and urge all residents of Schenectady to come support this worthy event. Sergeant? Wow, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That was very, very nice, let me just say. I very rarely get awarded anything, but I love taking pleasure in helping, as I'm sure everybody here knows. I just wanted to say thank you to the council for giving me the time here and letting the mayor, absolutely thank you. Without your support of things like this, without your help from the Buildings and Grounds Department, which is run by that man right there, Mr. Carl Olson. Everybody please give Mr. Olson a hand. Along with Billy Masika and Jeremy Howard, these things would not happen. The crew that they have for the Buildings and Grounds and Parks, which is if you don't know, I hope you would, is like the lifeblood of a city. The things that happen in our parks are just, they give everything the community of the city. Okay, so let's not lose those parks and those employees. Secondly, I'd like to have to thank my wife and my kids that are sitting in the back there. Jeannie, Rita, Rocco, and Rose. None of this would have been possible without your support, Mr. Mayor, as well, or their support. You know, the countless trips I take to the stores, they're always in the car. The participation they do at every event for another teaches them something. It teaches them community. Amen. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the local sponsors that come out and help me. We're talking about the food and drinks, the important stuff. We have I Love New York, Joey, on Union Street. We have Homestyle, Joey, on Union Street. We have Nico's. We have Phil down there on State Street. We have Newest Lunch, Dean on Albany Street. We have State Street Subway, made all the bags with cookies. We have the Eastern Avenue Price Chopper that gives us the water and the ice. We have Di Crescente Distributing, who took over Polar Beverage, which was on Green Street. They gave us all the drinks. So I'd just like to say a big shout out to those people that support this local event to benefit the Fraternal Order of Police, which we have Sergeant Phil Rosler from the New York State Courts with us today. He is the Vice President of the Memorial Lodge number 35, as well as we have Rain Bonse here from Things of My Very Own, which was the local charity that would also benefit with the Fraternal Order of Police. I would just like to say and introduce them. Thank you guys for coming.
Well, since I've been up running the lodge upstate, we're a satellite lodge of a court officer lodge in Manhattan because we're so spread out. We can't really have our own lodge up here. We just don't have enough people and enough people to show up. But since I came up and we started to try to figure out a way to raise money, Sergeant Foti just jumped right up and said, let's run a softball contest. We'll do a tournament. I'll take care of it. How? Don't worry about it. And every year, a week or two before, he gives me a call and says, well, can you get a volunteer or two? And everything is done by Sergeant Foti. And I'm actually very surprised that the first thing the mayor said was an introduction of Sergeant Foti, because I've joked with him endlessly that I bet him that I could walk up to any house in Schenectady, knock on the door, they would open the door, see Sergeant Foti and say, Chris, what are you doing here? He is invaluable. And I know the mayor mentioned it, but he's so positive, which is directly opposite of me, but we won't get into that. But aside from Sergeant Foti and the local charities, we also fund things with the lodge. We have a scholarship every year we give to the sons or daughters of court officers. We also have, we've done several 1013s in the past with the flooding last year, and an officer or sergeant who got hurt in an accident, we have benefits for them. We have recently done a blood marrow testing for an officer's son who has leukemia, and that's some of the things we do, but none of it would be possible without Sergeant Foti, and none of what Sergeant Foti does would be possible without the mayor and the people here. And I have to say, I don't live anywhere near Schenectady. I'm over by the Vermont border. I work in Glens Falls. I know no one here, but I have to tell you that in the 5 years we've been doing this, the people who work for the city have been fantastic. They're so giving. Nothing is too much for them, whatever request we've made. And I can't thank the city of Schenectady, Mayor McCarthy, enough. Thank you. And I'd like Rain to say something, because she does a wonderful job.
My name is Rain Bonse. I'm CEO and founder of Things of My Very Own Incorporated. We incorporated in 2008 to bridge the gap between what social service entities provided and what children needed. Our two biggest services are when children are fleeing an abusive or neglectful situation. Oftentimes they leave the emergency situation wearing nothing but a towel. We're pretty much the Red Cross of abused children. Within 4 hours of contact on a referral basis, we provide and deliver up to 7 days of everything they could need and do programs to increase self-esteem and promote self-confidence. We serve approximately 5,000 children a year. This past May, we found out our biggest funder eliminated the grant program and we lost our funding. So all of our employees decided to give up their salary to make sure that children didn't suffer. So currently we are a 100% volunteer-run corporation that operates 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. The Fraternal Order of Police has been very good to us. Financially, it's been very difficult for families. Other larger nonprofit organizations have cut and/or eliminated funding, and we've picked up their clients. He's reminding me to give the internet address, which is www.tomvo.org. I can't say what this means to us and what this means to the community to have the financial support of the Fraternal Order of Police. It's not, the children that we work with are not and never will be case files. They're individuals. They're not people of tomorrow, they're people of today. And so thank you, because of your generosity, we're able to provide emergency food, clothing, and services, and we will continue to teach these children that what they've endured does not define who they are.
One last thing, as I present the checks, I just wanted to reiterate one last time. Local support from our citizens, our businesses, our city council, our mayor, our employees, our people. This all happened because of local support. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
$1,000 to each charity.
Oh, very nice.